You are not in Boot's class. You're just not. Boots missed the class, so he's like the head by default, just like Tank was, just because he's the tweener in between. Y'all missed the boat. Sorry, y'all missed the boat. They waited for Boots, they waited for Tank, they waited for David Benavidez. Y'all niggas missed the boat. So you got to build your own ramp to catch that boat. That's how I see it. Calling out Boots does nothing for me. That do nothing for me. That's corny as fuck. You calling out Boots. That's no different than you calling out Bud, knowing them niggas got plans and you not in the plan.
All that shit was a diversion, man. That man knew where he was finna have to go. He knew what weight class he in, what was coming with Devin Haney. Devin Haney had popped up on his card. That man knew what the next move was. He was like anything but Devin, dog. He was like, I fight even bigger and better black people.
That nigga popped up on the card. That nigga popped. They had the same flights. They kept sticking them niggas on the same side of the damn table. Like Turkey knew what the fuck he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Word. He played mastermind with that shit.
Especially at this, Ryan really fucked it up, right? Because it was Devin. See, T.O. really got to blame Ryan because Ryan fucked it up. Now, because Ryan lost, now you got
to fight him.
Because Ryan lost, now you can't run from Devin no more.
Man, this is your fight. I'm supposed to be able to maneuver around and shit, and like, I ain't gonna say that I just think that that style that he want ain't gonna be. It's gonna be another Sandor Martin where Devin catches ass and he ain't gonna like it because he's not gonna be able to keep up with it.
Not favorable. It's not a favorable style matchup. Nah, but I would say this: T.O. can box himself too. So I'm not completely throwing as far as a competitive standpoint. T.O. can be competitive. You know, he can be competitive in this fight. Now, what I'm hoping is Devin going there and watch him.
I want to see the fight. I'm hot from 3 years ago when the nigga got the belts and just started doing all the crazy shit. Wearing the Daffy, the Donald
shit. Style clash, I think.
He better do something. Man. I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight. Where this one I want to see. Somebody was asking me the other night what fights that I want to see, and this one had fell off the radar from so far ago that I forgot. I want to see this fight.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we can do what we want. These are the two men that beat Lomachenko. 2 out of 3 men that beat Lomachenko. Who had the better performance? Take your pick. But they won. They both beat Lomachenko.
They both had some tough ass fights with Lomachenko though, really. Didn't they both win by split decision? Or was T.O.'s UD?
I think T.O.'s was
won UD. It was a close UD though.
Yeah.
It was a close UD though, like 16-14 all the way across though. It was something like that though.
So
like 16-14 all the way across.
I want to see him get in the ring and fight. I think that now they're both probably at their strongest and gonna be at their strongest. Coming up, not having to cut so much weight. So now we're gonna see. Now we're gonna see how y'all like it. But
yeah.
Ray Buck was good.
No, go ahead.
T.O. I live in New York, so the shit that T.O. is doing, this is like outside of New York. He got the country man. I get it. Outside of New York, maybe California, Chicago, like the big major cities where it's a melting pot. He got everybody else upset. He got the Midwest. He got the South. You know what I'm saying? He got all them upset. But like in New York,
ready to whoop his ass. Midwest and South ready to whoop his ass.
Yeah, the big cities, they like, oh man, he didn't say nothing. We don't say to them.
Right.
Like, you know, I can't even say shit.
That's normal here.
Yeah. Like motherfucker be like, man, you don't shut your chicken and water fried melamine ass up. And he be like, nigga, you don't shut your wet baggy ass up, nigga. And then you go to his house and eat all his food that he don't eat. He go to your house and eat all your mama food. He playing on that shit. So that's why I'm like, it's a slippery slope, but I ain't saying nothing about it because I know where we at. I'm like, the rest of the country and the world, they like, oh, look at this nigga racist. In New York, nigga ain't said nothing that ain't offend me. He playing.
Yeah.
I don't think he got too many Spanish friends, to be truthfully honest with you. But ain't none of that being brought up. So the fact that Devin want to whip his ass and America wants somebody black to whip his ass and then punch
Black America want his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Want his ass whipped.
Now niggas is going.
The reason I don't want Boots to do it, I don't want Bud to do it. I want Devin to do it because Devin's actually the perfect man for the job. Because Boots and Bud go knock him clean the fuck out. Devin go paint his face. Devin go change some structure. There's gonna be some structural changes going on with Devin because Devin ain't gonna knock you straight out. Devin gonna have to put pause on you for 12 straight rounds. That's what I want. I want somebody to put pause. I want it to be like a whipping.
You ain't even want Keyshawn to get him there.
Nah. I want it to be a whipping. Like you
so
ever seen
Devin or Shakur?
Yeah. I want it to be a whipping. Cuts, death by 1,000 cuts. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want you to feel it. Every time you get touched with that whip, I want you to eye closed, blood. That's what I want. I don't want you to go.
I can see it now. This nigga gonna come out with
and feel this.
He gonna come out in all black. He gonna be so with the culture. Tio is like I'm gonna say this.
This shit gonna look like this shit need to look like Cambosis. That's what this shit need to look like.
Oh, when Cambosis had him leaking and everything.
Yo, what this look now when he had either way when Cambosis him or when Devin had I actually was talking about when Devin had Cambosis leaking, but Cambosis did have T.O. leak. Now you're right though. Not yeah, you're right though. Yeah, either one of those work. I'm gonna roll up too. Either one of those work, man. So it need to be blood though, Devin. It need to be blood. If Devin knock him straight out, I'm gonna be mad at Devin. I need blood, man. I need blood. I need some Muhammad Ali style type shit going on in, like say my name type shit. Like you know what I'm saying? I need some of that going on in there.
What's my name, motherfucker? What's my name?
Apologize to my people. You know what I mean? I need some of that. Apologize right now. I need some of that going on, Devin. That's what I need.
Yeah, bro.
Let me tell him next time I talk to him. That's what I need, man.
You ain't gonna have David Benavidez in the ring to help you keep niggas off your ass, like when y'all was in the room and Bud was trying to get at you. David Benavidez had to keep Bud off your ass.
David Benavidez,
David Benavidez had to keep Bud off of TOS in that damn room they was in there before they took that picture. If you go look at that picture, when they was all there, when David flew over there for that shit, I forgot who fight it was. But yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, David Benavidez had to keep him up off his head. Hey, Bud, that motherfucker, David probably the only nigga in the damn in the arena that could, hey, Bud, come on, man, just chill. You know what I'm saying? Or he got a rock while trying to block a pit bull, you know what I'm saying? When he get to this poodle.
Man, what?
But yeah, man, you ain't gonna have that nigga.
Hey, Judah, if everybody in the room telling you, that the paint red, man, the paint red, Judah. Paint red, Judah.
The shit that T.O. said
is black.
The shit
the
T.O.
ink black. The ink black, man.
That shit T.O. talking about, Devin ain't have nowhere to go. No, Devin had somewhere. You didn't have nowhere else to go. You didn't have nothing else. You was shot meat. You had no other fights lined up.
It's happening, bro. Be happy, Judah. Be happy, Judah. Don't. It's happening, bro.
If it don't happen, that like his credibility is shot. Like, first of all, you're not gonna take the payday. Second of all, you're not gonna fight Devin Haney after what just happened. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
DP, nah. Come on, man. Come on now, man. Y'all, we've been through this enough times already now, y'all. We've been through this enough times already.
If he pull out listen, all the money he been crying about he want to make, all this, that, and the third. If he ain't going to this fight, if he don't sign up for this fight, it's all on him. Everything's on him. Everything, like, nigga, you're a duck, you're a coward, like, you soft, you not gonna fight Devin after what you just saw, and like, nigga, this is a 4-year overdue fight. Come on, man.
T.O. did. This is what I tell y'all. I don't want to run up. It's promotion, right? It's promotion, but I could, if he pulled out the fight, then he probably signed somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Sign to Floyd?
That's the only way. Outside of him signing somewhere else, that fight happening. But if somebody gave him an out, if somebody jumped in and saved him late, then I could, then that's, probably. But outside of that, then something happened. Then
do you think Floyd Mayweather gonna save him by signing him? That's a stretch. Having Floyd Mayweather save him, because he been over there with Floyd, screaming that Floyd shit for like the last week or two.
I just gonna say maybe maybe. He said, I need TNT to report on this. I figured it out for y'all. I figured it out for you.
Listen, man.
If he did, like he just did.
If he did, if you did that, you just became Floyd's.
Yes.
I mean, I can see it. You become Floyd's number one because Floyd don't have it like Floyd. I didn't even know Kermel Moton just fought.
Floyd, if it is Floyd, that's so petty, dog. That's so fucking petty, dog. If it is,
you gotta pull up over here. You gotta come to my channel.
Well, I will say this though. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled out, but at this point, y'all, I'm thinking it's promotion. Honestly, like this happened a lot, and then I tell y'all a lot of times it is promotion, right? So I'm thinking right now at this point, they selling it if he is. But then again, T.O. is scary though. So you know what? We can't just say, we can't say, he not.
I got you.
They on my side. Y'all gotta go. Let me see. I drop it for y'all. I drop Pop stream in my joint. I'm finna drop the stream that Pop, because they show hella people over there on my side. I'm finna drop Pop stream in my chat.
Yo.
That way,
the
y'all.
thing is, T.O. hasn't quite pulled out just yet. He's having cold feet. He hasn't signed the contract. He hasn't totally pulled out. He just hasn't signed the contract yet. He's saying he's not going to win. He's not going to win on the cards in Saudi Arabia.
How you know? He ain't been over there.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what he feels.
What's wrong with this nigga, man? Like, you ain't been over there.
Devin Haney just said T.O. full of shit. He said, I wanted it at 47. He wanted it at 140. So we decided to meet at 145. That's how the catch weight came about. Right now. I'm reading this message right now. He said this how the
that's the thing that I have a problem with.
He said he was about to fight Boots at full-fledged 147, but he want to fight me at 140. That's what Devin just said. Now.
That's the thing I have a problem with. You was about to fight Boots at 147. Devin was supposed to move up to 147. Why the hell are y'all fighting at 45? That's the problem that I have.
DP was good.
Man, what's going on, bro? I need some clarity, man. I need some clarity, dog. Holla at me.
He ain't quite pulled out. he's having cold feet right now because he never signed the contract yet. He just taking forever to sign his portion. Like Devin already signed his portion of the contract. T.O. hasn't signed his portion yet.
That's some scary,
scary shit. Yeah, but we knew that nigga had cold feet already, though, right? Like we knew he was scared. Like somebody, I think it was you, DP, right? DP said I ain't believing it until he get in the ring, and I said, DP,
yeah,
believe it. I said believe it, but I get what you're saying as far as him actually making it to the fight. But they did sign on the dot. At least Devin signed on the dot, right? But T.O. don't want to. But we know this though, y'all. Like we know this. We know he's afraid of that.
This is the excuse I'm hearing. They saying that they don't blame T.O. because he don't want the fight in Saudi Arabia, which I kind of agree with what he's saying because I would like that fight to be in the U.S. But from what I heard, Devin's mentality is like, just give me a ring. I'm showing up.
But my whole thing is,
you want it in the U.S. for a different reason than T.O. saying he, right?
But my whole thing
in the U.S. so you could possibly go to it.
If you don't want it in Saudi Arabia, why are you dealing with a promotional company that's based out of Saudi Arabia?
Damn, D Free. I ain't even think about that one. That's a good point, bro. Why would you sign to a promotional company?
That's like saying I don't want to fight in the UK, but I go sign the DAZN Matchroom. Why would you sign a Matchroom if you don't want to fight in the UK? At some point he's going to put you over in the UK. At some point,
right?
Hey, Free. You can't use that because somebody I know say if you want to fight Tank, why the fuck you go sign with Matchroom when you want to fight them people?
No, but that's the point that I'm making. If you don't want to fight somewhere, why would you deal with the people that have fights over there? We just seen Canelo fought in Saudi Arabia for the first time ever in his career.
Yeah, somebody got an echo.
Is that me?
Yeah, it might be. Canelo has never fought outside of Mexico and the United States. He's never fought outside of that. Either he fought in the United States or he fought in Mexico. He just fought in Saudi Arabia. So if Canelo had to fight in Saudi Arabia, which he's definitely a bigger draw than you are. He's a bigger draw than you and Devin Haney combined. If he had to fight in Saudi Arabia, what makes you think you're not going to have to?
Why you don't want to go over there and get the damn fan base?
That man using that as an excuse, man. That he don't give a damn that fight about being Saudi Arabia. Y'all remember he said, y'all remember that video? He said, I fight all them niggers wherever. He said, anywhere, I fight all them niggas. I ain't scared of them.
Yeah, no, I know he's using it as an excuse, but I'm just poking holes in his excuses.
I don't got no excuse for him. I'm like, listen.
No, I have never been
almost a ratchet bitch. Like, nigga, you ain't got no excuses. Everything you said, stand.
This is the reason why I said
everything you said, stand on.
Devin Haney.
I don't care about that shit, bro. Word, stand on everything you said.
This is the reason why I said Devin Haney, Jerron Booth, Tank Davis, Bud Crawford. None of them should waste their time with T.O. First of all, the dude is a racist. Whatever you want to say, the dude is a racist. If you believe he is or you don't, that's your opinion. I believe he is. Dude is a racist, and the dude do not want to fight nobody. He just want to use their name to promote himself. The man has never made $1 million in his entire career. You're getting offered, and the thing is, he's supposed to be getting offered. He's supposed to be getting offered $11 million.
I don't know what that's about, Free, because Lil Birdie told me he made 5 last fight.
I'm going according to what T.O. said. He said he never made $1 million.
I'm telling you what Lil Birdie told me. That's some more bullshit that he just be running. So you keep no matter whether it's good or bad.
He made a couple million before. Like he's made $2 million, but
no. I'm talking about bringing home. He said he never brought home $1 million.
Oh yeah,
that money,
he did.
That money that he got when Eddie Hearn had took over that. When Eddie Hearn took over that purse bid because Triller pulled out, he only got $2 million for that. But then after he had to pay off
Gotta get top
everybody,
rank 30%.
he walked away with less than $1 million.
Yeah, I get you saying. That.
No, but I'm saying,
that's according to what he said. I
remember. Yeah, I remember he said that too. Free. He said he only make like 400,000 a fight.
Little Birdie told me he said
he only made like 400,000.
Little Birdie told me he made 5 last fight.
No,
but check this out too.
Now I know why he said that. Now I know why he said that, because he was going through that case with his ex-wife and shit. So that's probably why he was playing the broke game too. So
hey, I was getting ready to say that. I was getting ready to say that.
So I know how that go.
That can be but that can be easily proven. All they got to do is look at your bank records. That can be easily proven.
Teach what's good.
But we talking about alimony and child support.
That can easily be proven.
Full of shit.
DB, trust and believe. If they
take one of these two, you got to take one of these two, because this right here is knocking down your ex-wife.
But hold up.
The thing is, you're upset, right? So I'm just giving y'all the New York point of view of it. You're a little mad, you know what I'm saying? And the niggas is getting all the paydays over there.
No, but listen. I'm talking about legally wise.
Leave me alone. That's what. Listen. So I'm laughing at. I'm laughing at Tio.
Listen. I'm talking legally wise. If you're going to court for child support and alimony, and you say, "Oh, I never made this," they not asking you how much you made. They going to your employer. They're going to say, "Okay, how much are you paying him?"
Yeah.
They're not asking you anything.
Yeah, but D-Free, what he gonna say? Yeah, D-Free, but what he gonna say is D-Free. Yes, I made this from my employer. They paid me $2 million, but I had to pay my trainer. I had to pay my sparring partner. I had to pay my trainer.
It don't matter. Child support go off the
ground. I still have to provide for myself and pay my bills. So I only ended up D-Free. I only ended up with 200,000 in the end, D-Free. That's what
child support go off for gross, not net.
None of that matters. Because listen what I'm saying. None of that matters, because when you pay child support and alimony, that comes off the top. After you pay that, then you pay everybody else. That comes off the top.
So if he getting 11 million,
you gotta pay.
If he getting 11 million as reported, whatever he go through with her, you can best believe she gonna break him. She gonna break him.
I mean, it's over and done with now. So whatever he's supposed to be paying her is what he's supposed to be paying her. That's over and done with. But I'm talking about at that time when he was going through that.
Right.
They don't care about who you gotta pay for your training and all that. They want to know, what is your purse? Okay, based off of what your purse is, this is how much we're going to take, and this is how much you have left. You pay out after that. You pay out what you have left over. That's what you pay out. Because it's the same thing like with a regular job. When you get paid, they take their money before taxes take their money.
Facts.
They take their money off the gross, not the net. The gross. What your gross is, that's how much you make. Okay, so that's how much you make. Okay, we're gonna say this is how much you bringing in grossly. This is how much you bringing in. We say you should pay this amount of money off your gross, not off your net, off your gross. So I mean, none of that stuff makes sense. I mean, it doesn't matter at all when it comes to the court. They don't care what you say, who you say you gotta pay. They want their money.
You better hope it wasn't in New York. You better hope it wasn't in New York. And I think it was. He definitely in trouble. AC was good.
Here's my thing. 11 million to me is 11 million. I'm scrapping. I don't care if it's in New York or Saudi Arabia or it can be in Budapest. I don't care.
That fight happening, bro.
I hope so, man. Because if they don't, like I agree with D-Free. I think he piggybacking off of our black fighters' names to get somewhere. And then I can see Floyd's, because I'm hearing Floyd is kind of like in his ear right now.
Hey, look, reports. You got one side. You got Devin saying that it's about the weight, and then you got reports saying that it's about being in Saudi Arabia. You got more reports saying it's about the money. It's a bunch of bullshit. That's what it really is. That dude don't want to get in the ring with Devin Haney. That's what it is. He don't want.
I don't think so either.
Honestly, I'm really thinking if it wasn't T.O., I'd say promotion, but he really might be scared. Not even scared of Devin, just scared to be embarrassed by Devin, right? The non-puncher guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well,
I agree.
The issue is that they've been doing this, you know, I don't know how many years. When Bill was in his interview, T.O. Pops walks by and he's like 10 or 20 million a fight. You feel what I'm saying? Way back when T.O. hadn't even broken the
Facts.
million or 500,000.
Facts. Yep.
That was 4 years ago.
Yep.
That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, T.O. been playing this
now,
game.
It's official. Teach like
yeah, I know the fight.
T.O. stalling his side. He's stalling his side. Devin's side signed. They waiting on T.O. pretty much.
They've been signed.
Devin signed when the fight being signed. War was real. Devin did sign, but T.O. didn't sign.
No, I saw that a couple of weeks ago, and I saw who dropped it, and I was like, what? And I was just more shocked on the dude turnaround and the fact that he was actually doing it. Then I saw Mike Carpenter. I was saying when I first saw it, my only issue is like, okay, you got Devin and T.O. fighting, which appears to be on the same night as Tank versus Lamont Roach, the rematch. So if you trying to sabotage both of these young fighters, why would you put them on a night of one of the biggest rematches that everybody's going to want to watch? And I asked the question before, when it comes down to it, who are you going to watch? Unless they put Devin and T.O. on early in the afternoon, it makes no sense because everybody's going to be.
That's what I'm thinking.
Versus Lamont Roach rematch.
If it's in Saudi Arabia, it's going to be in the daytime.
We gonna be watching. Yeah, it is gonna be in daytime. We gonna be watching both them some bitches.
I mean, it might be in the daytime.
Say, hey, look.
It might be in the daytime.
It's gonna be a time where it's gonna be a time where they overlap. That's my point. My point is this.
Both fights getting watched, believe it.
Yeah, but it's going to be an overlap, so that's what's going to make it shaky.
Fought early in the morning in order for it to be nighttime over here. So for them to fight somewhere in the afternoon, they have to fight like mid-morning, like somewhere around, I said mid-morning, like somewhere late at night. They have to fight at night for it to be in the afternoon because they got to have it at night, but we don't know what time they're going to do it. We don't know if they want to do it in the daytime or if they want to do it at night.
If one fight is pay-per-view and the other fight is free,
both of them going to be pay-per-view. But if it's in Saudi Arabia, they're doing it on Riyadh season. It's going to be pay-per-view.
Yeah, definitely with that. Riyadh is always pay-per-view. Because I don't think they have any, they ain't got no.
Now, it might be a cheap pay-per-view if they're doing it like they've been doing it for Riyadh season, somewhere around $40 or $50, something like that.
Yes, but
it might be a cheap
one.
Base
price $39.99. Yeah, that fight didn't watch. That fight
because the May 2nd fight, in order for you to get it for $40, you had to buy Canelo and that one. If you only bought one of them, you was paying $70.
Yeah, I had it at 89.
I'm saying both fights get watched, y'all. Know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, because I done been up here live more than enough times.
No,
nigga,
I don't think
motherfucker watching 2-3 fights at a time.
No, I was looking at what King Judah said. I don't think that the Mexican fan base care about T.O. that much that they're gonna be getting up early in the morning or watching it later in the afternoon.
It's more than just the Mexicans. Like the Puerto Ricans fuck with him.
Yeah. I don't even know how many Mexicans actually fuck with T.O. He's adored.
One of them dudes. He got a little bit of fan base from every coach. He got a little bit from everybody. He ain't necessarily got
he also one of those dudes that people ain't really checking for him to be paying no goddamn pay-per-view to see him.
Now, not $100. I not $100 at all. Not $100 at all.
Yeah. I don't see. My whole thing is you made this fight coming off of what we just saw on May 2nd, and a lot of people was complaining about what they saw on May 2nd. So we don't know what kind of performance is going to be. I think it's going to be a good fight, but we don't know. These guys could be sitting there trying to counterpunch each other the entire night, which makes for a boring fight. So it's just kind of hard for you to sell this fight.
By that time, it's already about though. Like if you're able to see that, you already got the fight though. If you can see that, then you already.
Hold on though. Judy said Hispanics are gonna watch a Hispanic. They think we're KO the most hated black fighter on the planet. You got a point there.
A lot of people hate T.O. A lot of people hate Devin. Literally.
Yeah, I think more people hate T.O. than it is Devin.
I would be sold that this was promotion if it wasn't T.O. and I really didn't think he might be a little afraid. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a whole fan base that hate Devin. You got a whole fan base that hate T.O. He constantly picking at a certain fan base, the black demographic, T.O. So it's people want to see both of them lose. You know what I mean?
But my thing is, I said it when I did my video, because I did my video right before y'all went live. I don't know. This is a 50-50 fight. I really don't know who's going to win this fight.
I just said that to Pop.
I don't know who's going to win this fight because I don't know how Devin's going to approach this fight. And I know that T.O. hasn't been knocking nobody out since he's been at 140. Yeah, he got the stoppage against Campus, but who the hell is Campus? I didn't even know who Campus was before he fought him. I thought that was Ocampo. And I looked at the name. I was like, oh, that's not Ocampo. That's Campus.
Well,
I didn't even know who that was.
T said he don't like the fight is on the same day as Tank and Roach. Should be a month apart so we can have time to digest each fight. That's on one point, I get what you're saying, but on another point, these niggas starved us on fights that we had to wait for. If you gonna give them to us now, you gonna overfeed me, nigga, like Thanksgiving? Let me get it.
Yeah. Fan perspective, like traveling fan perspective, right? Teach. I agree with you because a guy who fight hop, a guy who just go to fights for because he enjoy them for fun, right? He wanted to be month apart at least so he can go to both fights. That guy go be pissed. The guy that watch fights, he go be pissed. But the fans sitting at home, I kind of agree with you too because you're not buying 2 pay-per-views. Like you're not spending $100 for Tank Junk because Tank Junk spending $9.99, right?
And see,
he's just spending $9.99, something like that, $89.
And see, this is the point. This is the point that I was saying. The reason why I don't like Turkey because this is a fight that a lot of us have been calling to see. This is the fight that a lot of us have been calling to see. And now we can't. Though, y'all. No, but what I'm saying is we can't go see the fight. We can't go see it. We gotta watch it on TV. Like this would have been a fight a couple of years ago. This would have been a fight that a lot of people would be trying to go to. Now, ain't nobody trying to go to no daggone Saudi Arabia. First of all, ain't nobody got money like that to be going to Saudi Arabia on just because they want to see these two guys fight.
Oh, no,
I got money for the big screen.
I'm putting like this. Even if I had money, I'm not spending my money to go to Saudi Arabia.
Here's the thing though. It's not that expensive to go there, but once you get there, oh my fucking God, bro. The money is retarded that you gotta spend. Because it's almost like everything is imported, like going to Hawaii. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I don't know if it's expensive or not. I've never been to Saudi Arabia.
No, it costs about the same kind of money to go to Hawaii or Japan or whatever, which is not really that much money. It's like less than $1,000 or something like that. But once you get there, like you booked the trip, right?
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about being there. I don't know. I never been there.
Being there. I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, it's just way too fucking expensive. It's the billionaires and the millionaires Disney World. So how expensive do you think shit's really gonna be?
It's a tourist attraction. You know, we can go to like you go to Jamaica, water $15 and shit because you're in Jamaica.
Yeah, and over there it's gonna be like $20-something, $30, then $25, $28 for water. And it's gonna be fucked up because the cheap $1. Nah, You got to get that from somebody who worked there. Like nah. You work here. Just get me with y'all drink.
These fights I already paid for. You see, they put the last one in Times Square and said nobody can come. You know what I mean? They said nobody can come. You gotta watch it. They want you to watch it. You get what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, D Free, but that's what we got Tank and Roach for. We can go there, Jack. You know what I mean? But
no, I'm saying, but I'm just saying this is the reason why I say I don't like roach. I mean, I don't like turkey because of the simple fact we invest in talking about these fights and saying we want to see these fights and things.
See, you say you don't like
when these fights are actually being made.
No, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
That's him cutting out. Yeah. Nigga, you say certain words, nigga. That nigga say he don't like turkey. He's all fucking with his mic.
And
that's
the second time that shit. I just seen this fight. They have that shit happen to Marky one time too on my show. But
AT, let me put it like this for us Devin Haney fans and all that Devin Haney fake hate. Here's the reality. We've been talking about the four kings, only one guy is actually fighting the four kings. Dev now got Loma. You feel what I'm saying? He about to get Tio. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, what are we doing? And he got Ryan. And he got Ryan under his belt. So he got 3 out of the 4. Or out of the 5, however you want to say it. If you want to put your core and Tank in there, you feel what I'm saying?
No, it was 4. It was Tank, Tio, Ryan, Devin, in whatever order you want to put them. Yeah. And one of them was supposed to all fight each other to prove they was the one to knock off Lomachenko. These niggas never fought each other, and it ended up being, to be truthfully honest with you, it went. You could go. Truthfully honest with you,
Tank got a head start.
It was Tank
number 1. Tank
got a head start. It was Tank, Devin, Ryan, Tio. If you at one point you could go Devin, Tank, Ryan, Tio, Tank, Devin, but Tank never left.
The only person halfway competing with Tank is Devin, right?
With Devin. So when
Devin really got him in accolades, but Tank got Devin in acclimate.
Revenue.
Right.
Revenue and momentum.
Revenue and marketing.
Acclimate, right? He got him. He got him in accolades. Tank got him in acclimate.
Yeah. So when Tio actually beat Lomachenko, it was like, hold on, he was the bottom of the barrel one?
And that really was the fight at the end of the day that we never gonna get. That's our what's the fight? That's our y'all know what I'm talking
Sugar
about.
Ray Leonard and
Hawk and who? Hawk and Sugar Ray. That's our Hawk and Sugar Ray right there. Devin and Tank. That's our Hawk and Sugar Ray right there.
So what's our Tank?
Prize, Prize, not yet. Tio hasn't ducked yet. He's having cold feet. He hasn't ducked yet.
He's trying. He's trying his best though. Prize. He's trying.
There's nothing listen, there's nothing. If he wants a lucrative fight, keep his name relevant. There's no other fight out there for him that we're gonna support. That we're gonna be like, bro, you're gonna get grilled from top to bottom on like, yo, why you fighting him and not Devin Haney when the fight right now?
There's no other. I mean, I don't support him at all. But if you was going to support him, there's no other fight for him to fight because Jerron ain't fighting him. Tank ain't fighting him.
He
might slip. Go ahead, my bad. Hey, I'm gonna say it
he's not going to fight. He's not going to fight Keyshawn.
But here's the thing: at 140, there's one person who's been slowly making his bones for a Tio fight, and that's Richardson Hitchens.
Who?
He may have a Richard Hitchinson.
Africa.
Nobody care about that fight.
at 140. But we saying what fight he has, and I'm just saying Hitchens is out there. Hitchens is out there.
Free saying he don't get that fight because don't nobody care.
But what I'm saying, I'm talking about fights that people care to see. Nobody really cares to see that. It's a good fight. The diehard fans don't mind seeing that fight, but I'm talking about drawing in revenue. Nobody cares to see that fight.
If you put it on an undercard or something on a big card, you know whether or not people care to see it. You're not
drawing revenue. You put it on the undercard.
But you drawing revenue over the whole card. You drawing revenue over the whole card.
Wait.
Not for a single fight.
You gonna Theo trying to be a superstar? You gonna put him on the undercard?
No, you're not drawing no revenue as an undercard fighter. Nobody really pays to see the undercard. Now it might be some good fights on there. You say, "Oh, I don't mind watching this," but they're paying to see the main event.
But we talking. Hold on, D Free. I hear what you're saying.
The undercard mainly matters when you on regular
normal
TV.
Circumstances, you would be 100% right. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, on a Riyadh card, our like the undercard is the shit that we tend to see for free. The main card usually just be laced with a whole bunch of dudes that could be main card fights themselves.
I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but none of them damn cards, none of them damn fights on the undercard on Riyadh season be any good. Them joints be trash. I mean, y'all might like them.
Oh shit.
I'm not talking about the prelim part of the undercard. I'm talking about the main card. If you make it on,
I'm talking about the main card. Them joints.
So whatever your slot is. All right, let me just say it like this: Shakur just got a huge push off an undercard fight where he fought some math dude that you know people are like Shakur back off of Padley. That was off the undercard. You feel what I'm saying?
It was trash. I'm not talking. I'm not still talking,
but Free, you still talking.
The fight was trash.
You still talking like a diehard fan. You got to remember the fans who's making the clips and running around saying Shakur back and all of that. They ain't like us.
No, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't even remember what happened in the Shakur versus Josh Padley fight.
Neither do I, but he got the stoppage. That
tells you all you need to know. If you don't remember what happened, that means the fight was trash. On the back foot. That means the fight was trash. If you don't even remember what happened, that means the fight was trash.
But the casual fans are not gonna 100% agree with you. They run around here and Shakur is back. This is why Tank ducking. This is why Tank want to fight fucking. I mean, because he know I hear what he did to Padley.
I hear what you're saying, but you can't speak for casual fan because you're not a casual fan.
No, I'm not a casual fan, but I read the casual comments. I'm telling you what they're saying. I'm looking at the channels that cater to the casuals, and this is what they're saying. So I'm not speaking for them. I'm only regurgitating their talking.
Listen what I'm saying. That does not mean that they care about the fight. They don't care about the fight. They just be happening to watch the main event, and because they pay for the main event, they watch the whole card. That doesn't mean that they care about the fight. All I'm saying is, if you putting him on there with a Richardson Hitchens, that's not doing anything for Teofimo.
Yeah,
now it's a good fight.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's
great for Africa, though. That's great for Africa.
It's great for Africa. It does nothing for Teo, and it for the diehard boxer fan. It's a good fight.
So if Teo ducks out of the Devin fight and he fights Africa, that does nothing.
If he duck it now. Hey, look.
That's the whole context. That's the whole context.
If he duck out the Devin fight, he either got to fight Africa or Ryan, and we won't see damn one of them shit.
Context of
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Africa, it ain't gonna sell. It ain't gonna sell nothing if you fight Africa. Nobody know Africa but us. We love Africa. Africa probably would beat them, right? But ain't nobody.
Conversation started.
People gonna fuck with Africa after that fight over with, not before it happened.
The conversation started with. If Teo duck and blah blah blah. I mean, if Teo duck Dev, then he ain't really got
Africa,
whatever. And I said, well, he got Africa out there because Africa.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Listen. If he fight Africa, that's like the same fight without the same name, like Africa and
Devin get your ass whooped the same way.
That's what I'm saying. They fight the same way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he ducked Devin, I don't care to see him in no fight.
Yeah, true.
Hey, that's the way I feel. If you,
I didn't want to see him in a Devin fight based off of what he's been saying lately. I wanted the Jerron Boots in his fight because I know Boots would knock his ass out. But I don't care to see him fight anybody if he don't fight Devin.
And then look, D-Free. I didn't want it for the exact reason because Boots gonna knock his ass out too early, too quick, too swift. He ain't gonna feel it. He gonna make a lot of money. He gonna get up and say, I got knocked out by a bigger dude. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But with Devin, ain't no excuse. Y'all the same size. Devin ain't gonna be able to knock you straight out. He gonna punch on your ass for 12 rounds. You ain't gonna like it. Your eyes probably go close. And that's gonna be the end of the night. With Boots, he got an excuse. With Devin, ain't no excuse. Now he making up to Saudi Arabia. I'm gonna lose on point. Nah, nigga, you gonna lose because he better than you. Stop doing that, nigga. Get your scary ass in that ring and fight that, man. You're not gonna lose.
You'll lose if you was you'll lose if you were in your front yard. You could be in your front yard.
Right, nigga. Yes, he said you'll lose in your front yard. Nigga, you gonna lose anyway, nigga. You're not gonna lose because you over there.
Your father could be the referee and all your friends be the judges. You still gonna lose.
Because you go get robbed, bro. You ain't that good. Quit coming like you fucking Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm gonna lose because they gonna rob me. Nah, nigga, you gonna lose because he better than you. Everybody know this. We just want to see somebody whoop your ass.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if he don't fight, if he
we really doing you a favor by giving you Devin, right? Because he ain't gonna knock. But I really feel like he want to get knocked out because it ain't an embarrassment losing the Bud. It ain't an embarrassment losing the Boots. If you get beat up by Devin, people gonna talk shit about you.
No, he has a chance of winning against Devin. To be honest with you, he has a 50-50 chance of winning against Devin. But
he don't know that.
No, like I said, if he doesn't fight Devin, he backs out. But he don't fight Devin. I want this dude to back out of the sport of boxing completely. I don't want him fighting at all. I don't care to see him at all. I don't care. Point blank period. You getting the most money you have ever got in your entire career. The rumor is it's $11 million on the table for T.O. You getting $11 million to fight Devin Haney. You have never made $11 million in your entire career. And you telling me you said you don't want to fight him because you scared you're going to get robbed in Saudi Arabia. Who you think you are? Tank Davis? That's what Tank Davis said. Nigga, you can't say something that somebody else already said.
Right. First of all, you ain't go in. Second of all, your scary ass ain't want to fight from the jump. If you get robbed, is your biggest worry, bro. Go and take your ass over there, because that's the last thing you gonna have to worry about.
Like I said, I don't care to see that man at all if he don't fight Devin Haney. If you back out of this, dog, just don't fight nobody. Don't be on the prelims of main event cards. Be on the prelims. I don't want to see you.
You said prelims.
Well, I don't want to see you. I was never a big T.O. fan as it is. Man, you just making me not like you every single day that it passes. Every single day that passes, he makes it more and more easy for me not to like you.
Yeah, it is crazy.
On that.
Hey, people forget, right? Well, let me say this, because I ain't saying this out loud. Y'all won't say this. Y'all remember they was coming to hit the Camacho about not wanting to fight black people, like kind of the same way they doing T.O., right? They was coming to hit the Camacho, and hit the Camacho was like, I'll fight all them niggas. Y'all see the whole world didn't get mad at hit the Camacho. One, because he used the GA, not the ER. Two, because he actually fought them niggas. He actually got in the ring and did what he said. He beat a couple of them. He one of them. He a nigga. But he said he one of them niggas. He one of my favorite fighters all time. Camacho kind of remind me of AB a little bit. You know what I mean? But kind of remind on some real shit. I only like T.O., but that's kind of who he cooked. Like his template is like hit the Camacho. He said niggers, bro. I feel like, bro, you trying to be Camacho, but you not macho at all. Like you not. You're not macho at all. You saw he really nice as hell.
He really ain't from it, but he really not from the block like Camacho from the block like that.
You know what I mean? But that's his persona. Now I'm looking at it, the way that's his persona. Now I'm thinking about the way he dressing shit too. You know what I mean? Now I'm looking at it. But
go ahead.
Now I'm saying he ain't standing on business, but you did all that popping off about about the niggas and shit. Now you don't want to fight no niggas, but you so killer against where you thought you was gonna fight Boosie at? Where you thought he was gonna fight Boosie at? Where you thought he was gonna fight Boosie at? And fucking Saudi.
That shit was going to be in Saudi Arabia. That's for sure. That was definitely going to be in Saudi Arabia.
I guess he thought that was going to be in Atlantic City or something.
They're fighting for his people. Like he says he paying for it, right? Don't I go tell D Free, but he was cooking. We probably wouldn't even be getting these fights, right? We probably ain't gonna get this one with T.O. shake ass, right? But we wouldn't even be getting these fights if he wasn't paying for them. I hate they gotta be over there too, right? Then we gotta watch them. We can't go to fucking New York or go to Vegas or some shit like that, or go to Cali and watch these fights. But shit, we are getting them now because Brett paying for them, so that's why he taking them to his people so they can watch it and shit like that. You know what I mean?
On that note, man, I want to pivot to this weekend. And this fight right here.
What's good, Jannard? Yeah, Jannard, we talking about it. Well, we talked about it.
So what do y'all think about this fight coming up?
I think Keyshawn gotta have his head on the swivel.
Yeah, because I'm starting to see like a little shift in tide where people are starting to feel like, De Los Santos might win this fight. He might pull off the upset. I ain't seen a lot of channels. I just seen a couple of them talking about it.
Hey, I've been said this is a 50-50 fight.
No.
I've been saying that because I mean Keyshawn is I believe he's the more skilled fighter, but he hasn't fought anybody on the level of a De Los Santos.
Like, I feel like, man, I wouldn't even say he's more skilled. I feel like everything that one is good at, the other is good at too. These niggas 5'8", 5'9", right, with the same arm. This almost the same person. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn, Keyshawn used, the hand speed, got good hooks. De Los Santos used his hand speed, got good hooks. Keyshawn is a good athlete. De Los Santos, pretty good athlete. Don't look like it, right? Not built like Keyshawn, but pretty good athlete. You know what I mean? Keyshawn, the advantages in this fight will probably be to fucking box him, right? But then that's gonna bring into the element shit. Y'all got the same arm reach. Are your hands faster than his hands? Yo, Keyshawn got faster hands than a lot of people that he's been. Actually, his hands have been faster than just about everybody he's been in the ring with. Right now, we don't know if you got the fastest hands in the ring. And I saw De Los Santos punch with Shakur, and I think Shakur got the fastest hands in boxing, right? And I saw what De Los Santos looked like going punch for punch with him. So that dude got fast hands too. Like as far as his hand speed, De Los Santos, man, once I find out who got the fastest hands or how much faster or whatnot the hands is, then I feel like I know who go win for sure. I think Keyshawn go win on points, but I want to see, them on the scales, and I want to see when they start throwing hands, right? Is De Los Santos, because if De Los Santos is much faster, then I think Keyshawn might be in trouble with his hands because,
it might not even come down to the hand speed. It might come down to who has the quicker reflexes, because I think it's going to come down who
that's the second thing. Like, but that's the second thing I want to know too. Like, yeah, as far as like who's more athletic. Yep, who's more athletic? Who's the better athlete?
Here's an interesting number though. Keyshawn got a total of 84 rounds in. He's got a 69.23% knockout ratio. De Los Santos has 60 rounds in with an 87.5% knockout ratio. They both got the same reach, but Keyshawn is just slightly taller. He's 5'9". De Los Santos is 5'8". So for me, you know, the guy does have less rounds, but if he connects flush, that's the reason why he has less rounds. So that's something that, you know, Keyshawn bravado has to be on point, because I've seen him take unnecessary shots before.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is Keyshawn going to have too much dog in his fight when he get hit? Because at some point he's going to get hit. Is he going to show too much dog and give himself up to get hit with easier shots? That's another thing that.
And I think that's what I think the experience. Now here's the thing. When I look at this, when I look at both of them, I still give the experience edge to De Los Santos. I give the skill edge to Keyshawn, but the experience edge to De Los Santos. So De Los Santos, you know, may be able to, you know, get in his head and trick him into that firefight, and that's gonna work for De Los Santos.
He got Bomac in his corner.
I know he got Bomac in his corner, but you know,
got Bomac in his corner.
Bomac gonna be able to reel him in. He gonna be able to reel him in once he gets back to the corner. But while he in the ring, if De Los Santos could do it, you know, inside the ring and get enough time in there, you feel what I'm saying? Just like old boy was doing with Caleb Plant, but his attacks was coming way too late in the round. Because he would only have like 8 to 5 seconds to try to finish.
He's not Caleb Plant, bro.
I know.
Fighter by far.
I know. I'm just using it.
Bro. By far, he's the sharper fighter.
Yes, he is the sharper fighter. But what I'm saying is even with the sharper fighter, and I've always been a proponent of this because I've got history on my side. The guy who comes in and disrupts all of that methodical thinking and that calculation is the one that gets you off your game plan, and the one that winds up fucking you up. You feel what I'm saying? And the biggest
out this dude, man. I don't know what everybody like. Now that the fight is set and locked down, everybody gonna beat the shit out this damn dude. Hope y'all get ready. Shit ain't gonna be close like that. Be trophy honest, which I think is gonna be done around like.
How about that, Santos?
Yeah, it's gonna be done around like 8 rounds. Like you niggas fucking bugging, nigga. Like y'all don't know what y'all niggas talking about. That nigga ain't gonna be able to damn stick with Keyshawn for that damn long. That boy, like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
If Keyshawn, I mean, all I'm saying is, you know, I'm expecting Keyshawn to win. I'm expecting him to win, but I'm not gonna sleep on the fact that, you know, there are things that he does wrong that De Los Santos can't capitalize on. You're not complete yet. He's not completely there yet. You feel what I'm saying? And for me, when he gets into that dog mode, like he did with that, I forgot the dude.
Been out 2 years too.
Yes, I'm taking all of that. But he was fighting this dude, the dude with the beard, and the dude was working with him on the ropes. He was taking shots and mushing the nigga, and I'm like, Key, you gotta punch him. Don't mush him. I mean, I don't know if his punches are hurting you. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not a good look for you being on those ropes, taking that punishment for nothing. I see what you're doing. It looks cool to me, but I don't know how the judge is gonna score that. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes this is just my take on some of these younger fighters. They talk about, no, I just want to make the fight entertaining. No, you make the fight entertaining by winning. That's just me.
No, I don't know. I think Keyshawn has something to prove. He want to show that he's better than Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna go out there and try to prove that. But I also think De Los Santos has something to prove too. So I mean, it makes for a good fight. If De Los Santos can get some of that ring rust off early, it could be an interesting fight in the middle rounds. But if Keyshawn comes on a little bit too fast and De Los Santos don't get a chance to get that ring rust off, Keyshawn could run away with it and possibly stop him.
Yeah, it would be an early stoppage. I could if Keyshawn jumps on De Los Santos early, I don't see the fight going past 6 rounds, maybe 7. You feel what I'm saying? But if he takes his time and gets in there, he could get that nigga up out of there in 10 rounds. You feel what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm hoping he gets De Los Santos out of there early because then it puts that pressure on Shakur. You
He's gonna put a lot of pressure on Shakur.
So for me, I'm where I'm going with, I'm like, yo, Keyshawn, go in there, put hands on that dude, show up, show out, look super impressive, knock this nigga the fuck out, get it done, and then everybody's gonna use those same triangle theories of why this happened with Lamont Roach because.
If Keyshawn run through this nigga, that's saying so. Run through him, that's saying so. Because he done lost before, but he ain't never got ran through. If Keyshawn run through this nigga, that's impressive.
I want to see how Keyshawn. I want to see how Keyshawn holds up.
I'm gonna give him credit for it. I'm gonna give him credit for it. Be a good fight.
Yeah. I want to see how Keyshawn holds up if he get caught with a big shot from De Los Santos. I want to see how he holds up.
If he run through him though, if he run through him. He ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know because it all depends on how De Los Santos look. If De Los Santos look rusty and Keyshawn just runs over him, it's not a lot that I can buy into that because De Los Santos is rusty. Now, if De Los Santos look like the De Los Santos before he got in there with Shakur Stevenson, like he looked when he fought El Rayo. If he looked like that De Los Santos and Keyshawn runs through him, then I was like, okay, yeah, Keyshawn ready for the next level. But I want to see what happens because I got a feeling Keyshawn gonna take a big shot at some point in that fight. He's gonna take a big shot, and I want to see how he reacts.
Mm-hmm. No, that I'm in the same class. It's just so many different dynamics and different questions that I have that I want to see in this fight because for me when it was first made I was like, oh shit, he just put the squeeze on Shakur. Like, bro, all that big bro, little bro stuff. I guess that's only, I guess at its core it's only.
Oh, I'm favoring Keyshawn, but I would not be surprised if De Los Santos upset him. I'm favoring Keyshawn because De Los Santos coming off the long layoff, he didn't really have opportunity to train like he wanted to because of the blood clot and the surgery that he had. So I'm favoring Keyshawn, but I'm not gonna be surprised if De Los Santos come out there and he upset Keyshawn. He catch him with a big shot and Keyshawn can't recover. I'm not gonna be surprised at all.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be surprised either. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying on both sides. It's a good ass fight to me, and where they are, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. Huh?
Where Pop D3 said Keyshawn ain't shit.
Nah, what I said, Keyshawn hasn't shown me shit.
Yeah, him and Crush sound the same.
No, D3, that ain't what I'm telling everybody.
Hey, you can tell them whatever you want to tell them. They can't prove me wrong.
Him and Crush sound the same.
They can't prove me wrong because they're gonna say, "Oh, he did this against who?" That's all I'm gonna keep saying. Against who?
We gonna say De Los Santos. We gonna say
if he's not gonna do that without
but in the same sense though, in the same sense, what's good, Lala?
Yeah, big shout out to Lala.
De Los Santos that was out of the ring for 2 years and set the world record for least punches landed in a 12-round fight.
That's what I'm saying.
I blame the PBC for that though. I blame the PBC for that. That's the PBC fault.
I'll be real with you. It is what it is. Like,
I just said that on this fucking show like 2 weeks ago, Pop. That's the one thing I hate about the PBC. We was talking about the promoters, them having their pros and cons.
Well, you
right. See what I'm saying? Don't be doing them folks no favors. with that shit.
So,
Nah, they say, "Oh, you asked for the fight. All right, we gonna give it to you.
when, motherfucker?
We gonna get paid regardless."
When you gonna get it to me? A year and a half later?
Hey,
Yeah.
You heard what AB said? Yeah, you gonna get paid money, but you gotta fight Godzilla. You gonna get paid though.
Now we know why AB was always in the hard fight. AB was getting that money. AB was getting that bread. Now we know why AB fought Godzilla, Iron Man, Thanos, Thor, Captain America back to back and shit.
So the question I have is, if we saying what we saying
now
about
we know
Keyshawn and De Los Santos taking this, De Los Santos having this layoff, and him and Shakur being in the lowest fight, whatever, then really, what does it say about Keyshawn? Why choose De Los Santos? Just to put the squeeze on him? Are you taking an easy route? I mean, there could be. Is there a tougher fight that Keyshawn could have made instead of De Los Santos? So it's just strategic. And like I always say, perception is reality, bro. So for us diehards, it's
what's
like,
the tougher fight than De Los Santos?
Is it a step up or is it
Shakur
even,
himself,
or is it a step
maybe.
down?
But what's the tougher?
Huh? I didn't hear your question.
I mean, who is like, okay, like name the fighters, name the fighters who are a step above De Los Santos. You know what I mean? Like
proven without a belt. Yeah,
the guys at the top.
Yeah, who's more proven?
It's the guys at the top.
Well, you could say
nobody really.
It's a handful of guys. It's maybe like 5-6 guys.
He said this nigga had a bad shoulder in the blood, like he wanted to blame the PBC. Well, it's different when you add all that shit in there, by the way. We ain't say that, by the way. That one we was talking about. We was talking about the layoff.
Hey, what y'all talking about? You said name who?
Hey, by the way, that's different. Yeah, we ain't say that. We were just talking about the layoff in general. But yeah, when you say it like that, yeah, it sounds terrible when you say it like that.
Hey, I said that. I said I'm not gonna buy too much into it if he goes out here and he runs through De Los Santos, because De Los Santos been out of the ring for 2 years and he couldn't train because of the blood clot and his shoulder surgery. He couldn't train like he wanted to. But if De Los Santos look like De Los Santos, I can't give him no excuses.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm asking my question. Where in this whole dynamic, what is the real play? And I'm just asking a critical thinking type question. What is the real play for Keyshawn, to put pressure on Shakur, or you want another big name? You feel what I'm saying, or name on your resume as far as your first title.
King Judah. I told Dagon, I told Smoke this a while back. I think this was last year when I said this to Smoke. I said, don't be surprised if Keyshawn and Shakur start having a fallout.
Hey, Free, hold on, though. I think on that same show we was talking about how come it's cool that they ain't got to fight each other, but if Tank don't fight either one of them, he duck it.
Yeah, I was on that panel.
Like now we come back like right around when like now it's like he called a nigga weird, and now like
or do that now.
So I mean, I'm gonna fucking do it. We over here. Fuck that, man. They started it. It's not cool to do that shit. That's some sucker shit. That's like if it was some street shit, and it's like, yo,
so
all us know each other, but because you two niggas went to elementary school together, and then but we met up and went to middle school when it was really real, you niggas gonna pick each other over like, nah, we ain't gonna fuck with you. I ain't gonna fuck with you. I ain't gonna fuck with you. That's really, really worth it. But this nigga, if he don't goddamn fuck with us.
Hey, you heard what Abdullah said. Nigga, I only got 4 brothers. I want to fight all them niggas.
Yeah, so it's smoking. It sounds like it's smoking everybody. So look. So are we putting pressure on Keyshawn and Shakur to fight after this fight? Common opponent. Then Shakur
it's already baked in the cake, bro. I think it's already.
Did Keyshawn fight Nakatila, or am I tripping?
No, that's who Abdullah about to fight.
I know, but I know Shakur fought Nakatila, right? I'm trying to see did Keyshawn fight him too.
No, he didn't.
Only
Abdullah about to fight him. That's why Abdullah.
Yeah, I know. And Shakur already fought him. Now I'm trying to see. I'm trying to think.
When is Shakur fighting Nakatila?
He fought him a while back. That was like
he fought him first. Pop. He fought him first. Remember the other? I ain't losing to no Pop. Pop. I ain't losing to no Pop.
He apologized for.
No.
Remember he said I ain't losing to no Pop.
He fought him at 30 or 26.
I think it was 30.
It was at 30. It was at 30.
It was 30.
That don't fuck.
And then Nakatila that was like right after that.
That don't count at 35.
That was the first fight that he had that he came out and apologized.
He fought him first.
When Tim Bradley was roasting Shakur, when Tim Bradley was roasting Shakur, and
it was at
Shakur came out and apologized for that fight. That was the first fight that he apologized for.
Yeah, it was at 130 for the intern for the WBO intern belt. You feel what I'm saying? At 130. That was in 2021.
Yep.
So
I remember that fight.
Yeah.
So when we talk about at that weight class, right? No disrespect. At that weight class, you got Murtala, who's eventually they're gonna end up having to give him the belt from Lomachenko. You got Shakur and Keyshawn and Zepeda. Like at the top of the round, it goes Tank, Shakur, Lomachenko, Keyshawn, Zepeda, Murtala, and then after that, what we talking about? Abdullah Mason, Andy Cruz, Floyd Schofield.
Man, you about to kick Schofield out of there. He about to get beat up by Tevin Farmer.
You got Lucas Body. I'm out here reaching, my nigga. Y'all ain't helping me. I don't know why.
You can put
Tevin
Now you
Farmer.
on the moment, nigga. Now you doing the
hold on.
We probably really waiting for you to run out of names.
Listen, you can put Lamont Roach up there.
Hey,
you can
hold
put
on,
Lamont
you forgot
Roach
about
up there.
Lamont Roach.
You forgot about
but hold on, but I can't actually. Lamont Roach still got a belt, and Lamont Roach still got a belt.
He's probably going back down after.
Yeah, but he said he's not going back down to 30.
If he beat Tank, he's not going back down. If he lose,
he's going back down, bro. He got that belt. That belt gonna carry some bread when he go for his next fight.
I don't know if he goes back down if he loses Tank.
He said he wasn't. He said win or lose, he's not going back down to 30.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know if he goes back down because he's been up here for 2 fights and he was already talking about. He said before he made the fight with Tank Davis, he was going to go to 140. He was going to skip over 35 and go to 140. Because he said, I already fought at 35. I was about to go to the WBA and see if I could challenge one of the guys at 140. That's what he said in the interview that he had with, I believe it was Cigar Talk.
Yeah.
He said, before the Tank Davis fight came on the table, I was about to go to the WBA and move up to 140.
All right, so I have nobody else for you guys. Y'all got any more names?
Did y'all name Javier?
Javier
Herrera.
The dude that wanted to fight Shakur.
Javier Herrera.
His name is. Oh, you talking about? His name is Javier.
JDR.
His name is JDR.
Yeah,
JDR. Javier.
Man, he a baby.
It's not
ranked, he's ranked number 5, number 6.
He a baby.
I don't. Number 12.
Well, Raymond Ford at 130 now 135.
Oh,
he at 130, huh? Ford.
Breaking news. Bill Haney just came out and said the fight with Teofimo is off.
Damn.
Yeah. You know what I said?
See, I'm glad we talked about that first. Now we can talk about the fight that's actually locked in. You know what I'm saying? No. We said Andy Cruz early in there, but it's like
we talking about Teofimo. Yeah, Teofimo ain't he trying to,
Anybody else he fight, bro, like, we not watching that shit, man. We ain't trying to see it. And even if we do watch it, we gonna pick it apart. Like, bro, I'm not spending time on that because you're not fighting, you're not giving me what the fuck I want in a fight. So when it come to matter of fact, on this card, right? Because we're gonna run it up probably about another half hour. Who is Troy Isley fighting on this card, T?
Yeah, hold on. I want to say something real quick about what was just commented on. That's on T.O. The reason why the fight has not happened because they already had the deal was already pretty much signed and he was going through T.O. basically didn't sign his he didn't sign that shit trying to be funny because he didn't want to take that deal with Devin Haney and them. They already signed that part. They already signed their part, and that was up to T.O. to follow through. And he still could have followed through with what he wanted to do with the Turk because the Turk was still going to work with him. But then again, even after he said what he said, but he didn't follow through on all the other shit. So I guess the Turk just basically said, "Fuck it now. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you're saying anymore."
Yeah,
Even though he's trying to come out.
He just made it easier for me. Now I ain't gotta watch T.O. fight nobody.
Yeah, because he could have basically still did it, but when he basically turned down the fight to that 11th for allegedly you could say it's 11 million. I don't know. It's $11 million on the table, and he turned that down. He could have still went through and had that fight, but he didn't sign it. He didn't sign it. He didn't sign it, and then again he was going back and forth.
He kept saying he wasn't going to get the judges wasn't going to score for him if it goes the distance. So he didn't.
But doing all that extra stuff, he doing what the Schofield's doing, just stunting, pump faking by acting like he really wanted to fight. You know, trying to act like he was really apologizing to the Turk when he wasn't. You know what I mean? That's not apologizing to the Turk by basically making all those comments. Then you coming out there. I mean, he has to understand that Terrence Bud Crawford's still an ambassador for Turk. So he's still under he's still under him. So you're gonna talk about the first person that he basically brought on to Ring Magazine. Man, get off the gas, man. That shit ain't gonna work, bro.
Don't be surprised if you see them stripping T.O. of his belt sometime soon.
Yeah, because
I think they might do it.
That if he didn't fight, I think this Devin fight or one of these other fights, the WBO was looking to strip him for inactivity and not representing the belt the way they want. They feel it's professional.
How many fights have T.O. turned down in his career? That big fight.
I think the WBO
you know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, that man turned down more. He might have turned down more fights than Canelo did.
How many fights you think this man has actually literally turned down when it comes down to it in these big fights, man? Think about it. How many fucking fights? It's been over a handful.
Turned down what? He turned down the Jamal Charlo. Canelo turned down the Bubu Andrade. He turned down the David Benavidez.
Now you talking about T.O.
No, he's just doing a comparison. He's doing a comparison.
I'm comparing how many fights did T.O. turn down.
Yeah, he's doing a comparison.
He turned down more fights than Canelo did.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of saying what I'm saying. Like this man, the T.O. is turning down so many damn fights. It's pathetic. But you're begging and saying that you broke. Now all of a sudden you're feeling yourself because you made a little bit of money on this last fight. Now you're feeling yourself, and you done fucked yourself out of money even more. It's like, man, you the biggest disappointment in yourself. He's basically
that is
he's suiciding himself, man. He's literally kamikaze in himself. You know what I'm saying?
So now let me ask y'all this question.
Made the proper song, self-destruction. Self-destruction.
So if he didn't take the Devin Haney fight, because he claimed that he wasn't going to get the judges on the scorecard, he wasn't going to get it on the scorecard. Does anybody believe that he really wanted to fight Boots and Bud?
No.
He didn't want to fight Bud. He knew that shit. He was just talking. He was stunning. But Boots, I don't know about Boots if he really wanted to fight him, but I do know that he still turned it down. That's all that matters. You know, and it doesn't really matter if he really wanted to fight him or not. He turned the fucking fight down. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe that he wanted to fight Boots neither, because I mean, I'm not mad at Boots for not fighting him because Boots said, "What am I fighting you for? I'm trying to
I'm
get,
happy
I'm
Boots
trying
on
to
the
get
fight.
But
undisputed.
see, we
What am I
can't
fighting you for?"
even say that because Boots turned down the fight first. But no matter what, Boots should
No,
allow
what
him
I'm
to
saying
turn
is,
down the
I
fight.
don't
Nah,
mind Boots
yeah.
turning down the fight with
I'm
Theo.
happy Boots said he ain't want to fight.
I don't mind that Boots turning
I'm
down the
happy
fight with
Boots.
Theo because he's standing on what he said he want to do. He want to go for undisputed. He's not trying to fight Theo. He's trying to get undisputed. I'm not mad at that. The man said true to what he said he was going to do. I expect Boots to go after Mario Barrio or Brian Norman next. That's what I expect him to go after. But I'm not mad that he turned down Theo.
If he don't move up.
Yeah, if he doesn't move up. Now, if he move up, then okay, he move up. He said, I can't make the weight no more. I'm going to move up.
But
But
listen, if you're trying to be undisputed, that means you want to unify again, correct? Correct.
with Jerron, with Brian Norman and Mario Barrio.
Yeah, but he can't fight Brian Norman right now. I mean,
No, but Theo
what's
don't
the
have
name?
a belt.
Barrios right now.
Theo don't.
No. What I'm saying is I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that Tio doesn't have a belt and Barrios is occupied right now. The best thing to do is to get at Norman right after his fight. Unify.
Yeah,
Stop making
yeah.
excuses. You know, if you want to be undisputed, you should automatically be like, nope, Brian Norman's next, and then I'm going after the winner of Barrios
I
and
I believe
Pacquiao.
I believe that's what his plan is to go after after Brian Norman. That's because he about to have his fight first. We know that Pacquiao and Mario Barrio is fighting later, so I believe he's going after Brian Norman next because
I
Brian
mean, you
Norman.
want to believe, bro,
No,
just
but
like I
hold
really
up.
want to believe.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When Jerron Boots finished his fight with Stanionis, Brian Norman signed his fight 2 weeks later. So there was no time for it was no time for Jerron Ennis to even try to negotiate with Brian Norman. He had already signed the fight Sataki and 2 weeks later. So I'm
Yeah,
not
but he waited.
putting that on.
Okay, so hold on. I hear what you're saying, and you got a point, right? But at the same token, why should I mean, come on, man? Like, should Brian Norman realistically keep waiting on a man that might change his mind? You see what I'm saying? Like,
What you got?
I didn't say nothing
you got to
about
think of it. Like, no.
I didn't say
I'm just
nothing
bringing
about
this to the
Brian Norman.
table. No. I'm saying so. I'm bringing it to the table because Brian Norman, after his fight, he called out Boots. Now, when Boots, after his fight, what he did is he didn't call him out. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do this, and they sitting there waiting. They was waiting for him to call his name out. So if they would have called his name out, they would have went in negotiations, and he wouldn't be fighting the person. He wouldn't be fighting Sasaki right now.
Do you think that he
They
wasn't going to
already
fight
negotiated.
Sasaki? Hold on. Did you think that they wasn't going to fight Sasaki next?
To tell you the
That
truth, I
was
can't
baked
answer
in,
that.
bro. He was not
Do you
moving.
do
He was
you
not
do
getting
you think
knocked out Sasaki's fight.
that Sasaki wasn't going to fight Brian Norman next?
When Sasaki called out Brian Norman over in Japan 2 months before he showed up, you feel what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that's on Sasaki's hit list. He wants that fight.
That fight was
No,
already planned.
that's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy. But if look, no matter what, Boots did not call his name out. So all I'm asking you guys, just looking at it from another point of view, would you sit around and wait and see if he's gonna call you out, or would you take another fight that the man came and
Why would
stepped
you
up
have
to you and said that?
Why would you have to wait for him to call you out? Why you can't say, "Hey, let's make a fight"? Why you can't call
But,
Eddie Hearn
but
and
he
say, "Hey"?
did, bro. He
But
did.
hold up,
They
listen,
did.
what I'm.
They
Hold up,
already
let me
negotiated
finish.
before.
Let me say what I'm saying. All he had
Yeah,
to
go
do,
ahead.
they already negotiated with Eddie Hearn before. All he got to do is reach out to Eddie Hearn. Hey, are y'all still trying to make the fight? And if Eddie Hearn said no, we're not making the fight. Brian Norman Jerron Ennis is taking a break or whatever. Then he could say, okay, we taking the Sasaki fight because Jerron Ennis is taking a break, so we're gonna stay busy while he's taking a break, and we'll revisit after our fight is over with. That's all I'm saying. You don't need the other guy to reach out. Both of them are champions. Neither one of them is that much of an A side where you gotta wait on him to send you an offer. You could just say, hey, reach out to Eddie Hearn. Y'all already talked before. It ain't like you never talked to Eddie Hearn. You got his number. He got your number. You can reach out to him and say, hey, are y'all trying to sit down and unify these belts?
Brian, I don't know, man. I thought, because for what Brian Norman Sr. was saying, from Senior, what he was saying, he's saying he did all that and he was waiting on him patiently. But then the man stepped up to the plate and you know, asked him for a fight. So they said, fuck it, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna make this fight. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna go from there. Now, granted, you see what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn said that he reached out to him, which they said they reached out to him. It was proven because even Senior said that they reached out to him to get the
I'm
fight,
just
you know, but they wanted him to
I,
sign right then and there before they
I'm
actually
just
went
looking
through with
at
the fight.
I'm just looking at the situation and how it planned out. The
Mhm.
man Sasaki called out Brian Norman after his fight
Yeah,
in Japan, Tokyo. Brian Norman had his fight in the United States. He caught a flight from Tokyo to the United States,
yeah.
got in the ring, and had a face-off. The fight was already set up. The fight was
They had a
already
face. They
met.
didn't do a face off.
Yes, they did. They did a face-off in the ring. Yes, they did.
Sasaki and them after Brian Norman's fight. No, I thought he came up when he was doing the interview after the fight.
He had the
Well,
Japanese letter. He had the official
Yeah,
call out
he
letter.
didn't do that. He didn't get in the ring, bro. That was after the interview. He was doing an interview and he walked up on him after the interview and then he said and then that's when he asked him with the letter, bro. He didn't get in the
Well,
That's
ring.
what
my
he's
bad, my
talking
bad.
about.
It wasn't
It
in the
wasn't in the
ring.
ring, but
It wasn't in the ring, but
it was the
Yeah.
same day as when
at
he
the
No,
did
fight.
it.
no.
It was the
I
same
got you.
day.
I
At
see
the
what you're
fight.
saying. I see
Yeah,
what
it
you're
was at
saying,
the
but I'm
ring,
just
not in the
saying, I
ring.
was just saying, like, I'm not going against what you're saying, fam. I'm just saying, like, that because when you said that, I was like, hold on, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to
No, no,
discredit you. And you
not
just
in the
had me,
ring, but at the
yeah,
fight. I
you
mean,
may,
dog,
hey, look,
the
hey,
fight
fam,
was
you had me thinking
already.
I missed something and shit. That's all it was, bro. I was
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
damn, did I
D3,
miss
you
a
had
face
me
off
think.
or
I was
something?
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, nigga, I'm like,
Did I
I'm sitting
miss?
there thinking, like, nigga,
When the
what did
fuck
I
did
miss,
that?
nigga? I could have sworn that they have like some kind of like, nigga, did somebody like, what the fuck? How did I miss
no,
that? Because I would have been like, ooh.
but I'm like I said, I'm just looking at it. I think the fight was already lined up. The man is not coming all the way from Japan to watch you fight and then
I,
give
but,
you a
but
letter and all that
Hold on,
stuff
man.
and
Hold
say,
on,
"Oh
no,
yeah,
man.
no, no, that's not true. That
Hold
can
on,
happen
hold on,
though.
hold on,
He wants that fight. That can happen.
hold on,
But
man.
maybe you could be right.
Hold
It
on,
could have
hold
been
on, man.
planned.
Hold
It could
on,
have been
hold on,
planned.
man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Y'all niggas is wasting your motherfucking breath. But some shit I been fucking told y'all. Did y'all see Boots' last fight? Did y'all see how Boots looked? Did you see his size? See how he rehydrated? See how that shit without the rehydration clause? None of them niggas is about to offer their champion up to a motherfucking super middleweight. Just being truthfully honest with you. He about you see it's either fight for the champions or move up. Guess what it's gonna be?
Facts.
What the fuck is going
What you think? What you think?
Did you hear me argue with you niggas at all? Yes, what the fuck is gonna be?
They not fighting Boots. Boots gonna have to move up. It's over with. That's what he's saying.
Well, then that's a duck thing. Shit.
So I'm not putting my welterweight up against a super middleweight. The fuck out of here.
Boots a monster. Hey, Lala said Boots looked amazing.
Question answer. Like you like
Hey, that's what AB was talking.
Listen,
That's what
hold
AB
on,
was.
wait. I got a bunch of money. I got a champion. I'm gonna put him up against somebody I think he can beat.
Well,
We listen, hold on. Matter of fact, we playing spades, right? We playing spades. I can waste this damn. I don't have the big joker. I got the little joker. I got the deuce. I got the ace, the king, queen, king, and the jack. I got the ace of diamonds. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we love it over here. But like when it comes to right here, this one right here, right? I only got I got the king, the queen, and the 10 of hearts. I don't have the ace, and I don't have the jack. So let me throw the queen out there real quick and see what happened. That's the PBC. Throw the queen out there real quick. We're standing on it. Let me see what happened.
So why don't Boots just fight fucking Conor
Norman.
McGregor in the UK to become an international star?
You want to hit it? Like, okay, now, AT, I done said this
Hey,
shit.
what, at 154? At 154?
that's at 154.
Yeah.
Conor Bennett's not at 47.
I done
Yeah,
said this
it's
shit
154.
before. I done said this shit
Ain't
before.
nothing popping for
I'll say it
Boots at
again.
47, bro.
I
We
done
went
said
through
it
that.
before. I'll say it again. When he was at 47, right?
I want to see Conor Benn at 47.
Before when Conor Benn was at 47, before all the allegations and the egg shit, right? That was a fight that me and T talk about all the time. So before the Eubank fight, right? I've never heard since Boots signed to Matchroom. I've never heard anything about a Boots Conor Benn fight.
But this is
hold on, wait, bro. If Conor Benn's gonna come back to 47, guess who's going up in weight?
Who?
Jerron.
But that's why I kept on asking the question when we always was talking about it of saying, who didn't expect that if Jerron Boots ended signed to the zone that we wouldn't get a Conor Benn fight? And then Bob come in and say that's the Eddie Hearn play.
Not till he fully build Conor Benn like he wants to, bro.
No,
I mean, look at the momentum coming off the Eubanks fight, man. People think Conor Benn is like a Superman. Look, that Rock'em Sock'em match, that got to be one of the candidates to fight of the year.
And he probably still can win. And Boots probably still gonna win, and Conor Benn to make it a good fight.
Have not heard.
I want to see Conor Benn at 147.
I've never heard either one of these niggas say anything about.
Fight anywhere from
I'm gonna tell y'all what the play. I'm gonna tell y'all what the play is. The play is Manny Pacquiao going to beat Mario Barrio. He's going to be the one that get in the ring with Boots.
No, I think Barrios is going to win that. I think he's going to win it, bro.
No, he's not.
I'm just telling you, I think he's going to win. I think his youth is going to be able to beat. I think that his youth is going to beat him. What?
Mario Barrio's hot trash. No, you
come on, bro. Give him more credit than that, man. He has the best record. He has the best record resume right now at 147.
Hold up. This man just got beat up by Abel Ramos. He just got beat up. He got gifted a decision.
Now, I understand what you're saying, but styles make fights, and Manny Pacquiao is coming off a long layoff. Only thing he did is an exhibition.
Jin Sasaki versus Manny Pacquiao in Japan.
He did an exhibition, bro. He did it. Manny Pacquiao did an exhibition. That's the closest thing that he's been in the ring to doing an exhibition.
I'm gonna tell you who else came off a long layoff and beat Mario Barrio. Keith Thurman, the same person that got beat by Manny Pacquiao and won that
no. The styles make fights. And
hold on, real quick. Hey, yo.
Styles don't make fights.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah, they do, fam. They do.
Hold on, y'all. Before yo, 15 minutes. If you don't click the link and be up here, when I clip it in the next 15 minutes, you're gonna miss all the crazy VIP shit that be going on behind the scenes. I'm telling you, I've done it before. It's the best shit ever. Yo, AC, am I fronting?
Nah.
The shit. So if you listen. You got 15 more minutes of this best shit that you ever heard in your life. This is not what you get on them niggas that be bullshit. This is when you get it out. This is definitely the mud. Now, go ahead, AC. Go ahead.
I'm just saying it like this. Jin Sasaki beats Brian Norman. Manny Pacquiao beats what's the name? Jin Sasaki beats Manny Pacquiao.
Man, if you don't get off the gas, AC, I gotta interrupt you right now.
Y'all tripping.
No, you tripping, bro. You said your ass said Jin Sasaki.
The Philippines and Japan. Look at the demographics. The Philippines and Japan. If you can't see it, bro, you're missing all of that money.
No, we can't see it because there ain't no money. There ain't a lot of money.
What? Are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy to say that?
I won't say there's no money. Listen. I won't say there's no money. But Jin Sasaki ain't been through no fights. Jin Sasaki ain't been tested like Brian Norman. Brian Norman gonna go down there and he gonna test that man and show.
What tested?
Man, he went through some tests. Come on, man. He's went through some fights.
No, Brian Norman's been tested. He's been
tested, bro. Come on, man. Hold on. No. Let me ask you something. Do you like Brian Norman Jr.? Because it sounds like you don't really like him.
He's fighting his guy. Hold on. for all y'all.
No, that's what I'm saying. When I'm saying, I know, I
Tiger
know
about to fight the guy that dropped Brian Norman Jr. By the way, real quick.
Blue, you got
Tiger about to fight that dude.
You can't ask the question and then goddamn.
No, what I'm saying is, I know you know.
I'm about to answer.
I know you. Okay, go ahead. I'll comment after you. I know what you're gonna say though.
Brian Norman Jr. is fighting one of AC guys. Niggas have.
I know that.
Okay, hold on, wait. Because this is a dual panel. T got a certain kind of guys. He like a certain amount of UK guys. When I was telling him certain shit, when I was researching, T was like, "Oh, see, that's how I know real niggas recognize real, even in the UK, because two of his guys was sparring to get kind of being ready for the Chris Eubank fight." So niggas, AC has these Japanese, Asian, Portuguese, Brazilian motherfuckers. That's who the fuck AC be fucking with. If you ain't cold by now, if you ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's who AC.
No, I knew that, but I was just trying to make sure if AC really was a fan of Brian Norman or not. That's what I already know he's a fan. I know he's a fan, but you picking Jen Sasaki over Brian Norman, bro?
Yes.
That means that you're amazing. Nah, bro, you reaching for the stars right there.
I know how I felt last year about Brian Norman Jr. And I keep making this point.
And that nigga changing the game up, bro.
Let's say last year around this time or a month before, all of us was saying when fighters were coming up and where Boots could go, we were all talking about who was the lowest hanging fruit. It was unanimous between most of us that was on the panel that Brian Norman Jr. was the low hanging fruit. Yes, he made a turnaround in his last two fights. In this 1 year, we've seen something amazing from Brian Norman Jr. And I say he's a scary dude. I'm also being realistic about what I'm saying. If Jin is not ready for Brian Norman, he is going to get knocked the fuck out by Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. is going over there to knock Jin Sasaki the fuck out. But I'm also looking at this as well. If Jin Sasaki wins, he's going to be the first Japanese welterweight in boxing history. I
respect that. But that ain't gonna happen, bro.
That will only happen if it goes to the scorecards and Brian Norman gets robbed. That's the only way it'll happen.
Because he ain't knocking out.
He's not going to win the fight.
Bro, look into what y'all saying and look at what we've been seeing. Look at what y'all saying and look at what we've been seeing. 2025 and 2024, the last 2 years have shown us upsets, like bad performances that lead to guys losing, especially when there are bigger things ahead of them as well, by the guy who was considered the underdog. You feel what I'm saying? I just learned my lesson to say, listen, at the end of the day, there's very few fights that I'm going to be definitive on, and that comes from I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at styles, and I'm looking at a whole bunch of other things. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes down,
they got too much to lose. Go over there and drop the ball, bro.
And I'm looking at the dynamic, and I'm hearing what Brian Norman, just who I forgot who it was, just did an interview with his pops, and he was like, yeah, they talking about they trying to get over there 2 weeks before the fight, and I've been saying you got to get over there at least 3 weeks.
AC. Lala said, OMG, I knew that was AC. I recognized his accent.
No, I shouted you out, love. What's good, Lala? You know I'm always coming with the crazy shit.
Yeah, they leaving. They supposed to be leaving this weekend. They supposed to be leaving this weekend to go over there.
But they said they were going to try to leave early anyways before when they get through doing what they said they were doing. But I'm going to say this, man. Look, Brian Norman has showed real greatness and has showed real maturity. Yes. Like he's maturing pretty well.
Yes.
And so what I'm trying to say is when he goes over there, man, they know him and his pops know what to expect when they go there. They know that the card is going to be stacked against them. They got to have a great. They have to have plan B, plan A, plan C, plan D going into that fight. They just can't go in there thinking that they're just going to knock him out. And I think they're fully aware of what's going on because Brian Norman, he is not just talking the talk. He's walking the walk too, man. He's actually stepping his game up.
As of
So that's the
will
reason why,
say
because
so.
I was not a big fan of Brian Norman. You guys, everybody knows that. I already told that. And then when he started switching the game up and showing that he's actually learning and he's actually improving on working on things he
So
needs to
you
work on,
late
I'm
on
like,
him
fuck that
today.
shit.
So you late on him.
What I
What?
will say
What'd you
though,
say?
if he goes over there and he drops
No,
the
I'm
ball,
not late. I
he's
just
gonna
didn't
be
like
he's
some
gonna
of
be
the
last.
outcomes of what I seen, so it made me think that he wasn't taking it seriously.
No, you got so you late on it. If you know about him, you know he had every intangible. It was just a matter of time before
he can put it
all
together.
together.
Yeah, I won't say I was late. I lost believing in him. That's what I'm trying to say. I
He
stopped
believed
believing
now.
in him.
He believed now is what he said. He
Yeah,
believed.
I
Now you
re-believe.
believe.
I re-believe. That's what I'm trying to say. Not I believe. I
Man,
re-believe.
once he saw glowing, you believe. You ain't go through the trial and tribulation. You was like, fuck it. See, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Wait. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. T is he's a child that like niggas stopped fucking with Erickson Lubin after he got knocked out by Charlo. Guess who didn't? Guess who rocked with him all the way up until this last fight where the nigga that was talking shit that was supposed to take his place and Lubin did what to him and show him that he ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah. Stop him.
Yeah.
I can tell you, like, I was like, damn, bro, he got dropped by her. And T was like, don't be. That's T guy. Erickson Lubin at 54. No doubt. You know, if anybody get in the ring with him, he think he got a chance with him. So it's when Brian Norman Jr., I was like, he got everything. He just trying to do too much at one time. Just like Schofield. But once he put it together, the last two fights, you can just see like he might be a problem.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a problem, bro. It's a big problem. And that's why I want to see him fight Boots.
When it comes to that Boots, that's cool. We can all want that shit. The promoters is saying, listen, I've been doing this shit longer than you've been breathing. That nigga is getting the fuck out of my division. And watch me. I'm gonna make you more money and make you this, that, and the third than you ever did thinking of what you think you're gonna do. And you're gonna listen to him because without having to give that whole 30% to Top Rank. Just think about that, bro. Anything that you make, Top Rank taking 30.
But they putting him in the fights that he wants to be in, though.
Just like YouTube taking 30%. So if anybody send you $1 in super chat, it's already cut down to 70 cents.
Yeah, get 70 cents.
And then they taxing you from there. So just think about it.
But at that,
they said that's the you on their platform and and they moving the needle and you know what I'm saying? You all you gotta do is just put yourself out there.
Nah, they really be moving the needle.
Nah, nigga, we move the needle, but you still want to take 30, and then I still got to get taxed, and then pay the niggas that already got me looking like this.
Yeah, they be taking more than 30. Sometimes they feel like I know I ain't the only one that feel like that. Like they be taking more than 30. Sometimes they be feeling like damn, bro.
More than 30.
Like it be
You said they
like,
taking what 40 sometimes.
Niggas be like. That's why a nigga have the cash app go across the bottom. No super chat, but send it to the cash app. I'd rather just get the advertisement off the commercials, black and forth.
Oh yeah, off the super chat, you saying?
You gotta get
is that 30% off a super chat?
You gotta get a certain amount though before you even get paid though. Like you gotta get a certain amount before they even issue you a check. Like you gotta hit a threshold, and then they'll.
Don't you gotta get over 1,000 followers or something like that? Or so much.
Now I'm talking about dollars. Like
like,
you gotta make over. You gotta make 100 before they even give you anything, any money at all. You gotta make $100 before they give you any money. Type shit.
Okay.
At least 100 first.
So imagine that. Imagine that.
So did they give you a percent off that 100 first? Once you make the 100, did they give you money then?
Yeah. You do.
They kick back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it every time like after 100 they just it's continuous then no matter what?
Nah, just now.
So it's every 100 or something like that.
You gotta get to 100 before you even get anything back.
Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying.
if you can't make $100, you will never get paid. Type shit.
Yeah, I got you. So once you get past that 100, you still got to make another 100 to get paid at least.
You gotta make way more than 100. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Before, like, but as long as you got that 100, because they got to get their shit. They got to take something from you to begin with to even give you the 100. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make.
Oh man, I feel like look, I got you. I look, man. I just feel like if Boots has options, you know what I'm saying. I mean, he really does have options, no matter what. You know, even though when I want to see him fight Norman, he's got options.
Bro,
you know, at least.
He has no options at 47.
I mean, he does. Look what we're saying. We were saying either fight Brian Norman, fight Junior, or go up to 154. Right? Those are options. That's called options.
You're not seeing the writing on the wall. His promoter has already said he's basically trying to get him to go to 54. His body is telling him, "Hey, nigga, we ain't gonna be here too much longer." The other two promoters of the belts that he want are saying, "We're not just handing it over here. You gotta get the fuck out of here." The only other fight that makes any sense coming off of international, worldwide exposure is Conor Ben. Have you heard them guys say each other's name? No. So
no.
What else is there for him to go but up?
Both them niggas just went through hell. That's why they ain't saying nobody's names right now. Them niggas just went through hell.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that. I don't. I understand that, but if he moves up, even if it's from the promoters, they basically forcing him to duck.
It's going to look like a duck. It's going to look like a duck if he don't at least make a real serious attempt, and Eddie Hearn don't come out and talk about money. Because why
are we acting like Boots? Why are we acting like Boots and Norman didn't negotiate already? They tried to negotiate. Norman.
No. But what I'm saying is this.
Wanted more bread.
What I'm saying is this. You could try to negotiate.
Boots said he wanted to fight him. Boots said he wants Brian Norman.
You want. But what I'm saying
I forgot about that.
I know this is a
Brian Norman pretty much had it on the table, and then
Eddie Hearn started talking about money. Eddie Hearn start talking about money. That mean you ain't getting a fight. When he start talking about, we're willing to pay the guy 15 times more. No, you're not getting that fight.
The very first negotiation they had, Brian Norman and them agreed to 1.7, and then they came back once they got the 1.7. They came back and said 2 million, and that's when Boost them said nah, right?
Yeah, 2.2 million a fight out of Philly, and in Philly he'll take 1.7.
Yeah, that already happened. But look though, my thing is I ain't saying Brian Norman duck because I don't want to believe it because I've been on Brian Norman for a minute too. I remember when
I'm saying Boots ducked. I'm not saying Brian Norman ducked. I'm saying Boots
I know, but Boots didn't though. Like I'm clearing that up though. He did not duck though. Like he literally offered him sent him an offer and everything. Sent him a couple.
If he goes
Boots
up to 54,
no, that was on Eddie Hearn. That wasn't on. That was on Eddie Hearn.
If he goes up to 54 after this last stunt, it's a duck.
Hear me out. No, man. Now when he already tried to fight him, like Brian Norman had the deal on the table.
And
that was because Eddie Hearn the fight didn't go through.
Off this last stunt, it's a duck to me. If he goes up to 54 off the back,
exactly. It's a fucking duck, bro.
It's a duck.
Hold on, y'all. Let him finish.
How is it a duck? How is it a duck? Right, he already tried, right? So my thing is, y'all saying if he don't go back and try again after he said no?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Because the first time, everybody knew it was all stunting. You feel what I'm saying? If you really tried to make the fight, what came down to it was 300. Let me finish. If you're really trying to do this, then it came down to a simple 300.